done. And we're done. And we're done. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl EbonyB here with another video. I wanted to do a beginners friendly makeup tutorial, makeup look, simple 1 2 3. Anybody can do it because it's not hard at all. As y'all can see, we got the hair wrapped up and all that good stuff because you know it's about to go down when I look like I'm about to go to sleep. I always get, you should show me how to do my makeup. How do you do this? Why do you need this? What do you need this for? Should I do this step? Should I not do this step? I get all of these questions from random people who either watch my videos on YouTube, who look at my pictures on Instagram, who I work with. I get those questions from people, and I just figured why not just do a straightforward, new, beginner-friendly makeup tutorial. So there's just so many ways that people do makeup, and they have their own techniques. There are certain things that work for people that don't work for others. There's certain looks that people prefer to look like versus other people. You have those who look really cakey and they love that look, and you have those who look really natural, like almost barefaced, and they love that look. And I feel like you also have the ones that are in the middle, where some parts look cakey, some parts look natural. I feel like it's possible to look like both, but it's all about what you are comfortable with. This video is just how I create my everyday makeup look. So I'm going to show you all this quick process, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to thumbs up the video if you like it, if you found it helpful. Definitely drop down your comments below if you have any questions about what you're seeing. If you have any suggestions, because you know I'm always open to suggestions as long as you're not trying to come for the girl, because block, okay? Like I said before, just gonna show you all how I create this easy everyday go-to makeup look that anybody can throw on. So let's get right into this video. So personally, I like to do my brows off camera, and I definitely did them off camera for this video because I would hate to ruin a video. They look fine to me. Some people do not like brows to look the way that my brows look. They feel like it's incorrect. Some people might say that my brows look like boxes, and they shouldn't. And some people say they don't look natural, and they shouldn't. You know, it doesn't matter. Brows take time. You know, everyone has a different brow shape. Everyone's brows are not gonna look the same. Then you have people who barely have any brows, so they have to create brows themselves, and they prefer to have super arched brows. For me, I just like to follow the actual arch of my brows, the natural shape and everything. Sometimes I might get a little overzealous and make them a little bit thicker, but for the most part, I just follow what I already have. Sometimes I don't get my brows done for weeks, so I just have to work with what I had. So yeah, I did my brows. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip. So when I conceal my brows, I go in with a light concealer under my brows, and then I go in with a concealer a little darker than the concealer under my brows. You can definitely use the same shade on the bottom and the top. Do not let these gurus out here fool you and make you feel like there's only one way to do things. There's definitely not one way to do anything about makeup, okay? All right, now moving on. There are different orders that you can do your makeup in. Some people, they do their full face and they go back and they do their eye makeup. I personally, if you see my past makeup videos, I like to get my eyes out the way completely. So for this eye look, my go-to eyeshadow palette, which honestly, you don't even need to use this palette. You could just find these similar colors and still get the job done. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. So I'm just gonna take the Sienna shade, and I don't think I got the right brush, but I really don't feel like it really matters what kind of brush you use when you're doing all over the lid. Personally, I don't feel like it matters. So I'm gonna take my Morphe brush. It's a little fluffy brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and just pack it on my eyelid. Now in some cases, some people would just leave their eyeshadow like this. I feel like it looks a little bit too harsh. You can see kind of like the line of demarcation where I applied the eyeshadow and where it doesn't, like, you know, fade into my actual skin. So for situations like that, you can go in with a lighter shade. Sometimes you can put the lighter shade down first, which is known as the transition shade, and it just helps everything kind of flow into each other a little better. Or sometimes you can just go in with a lighter shade and kind of play around with just blending the edges of that eyeshadow out. So what I'm going to do is take the shade Burnt Orange from this palette, and I'm just going to blend out. And to blend out, the method that I use to blend, I just do like a little circle motion. Now for eyeliner, it can be really tricky to use eyeliner. There's really so many different methods that you can use to just perfect the wing liner, but honestly, it's just something that takes time. Definitely don't stress yourself out when it comes to trying to give yourself the perfect wing. We all mess up. So I'm just go ahead and line my eyes. Now next, I like to go in with mascara. Some people, I don't know if y'all have seen, but they'll do their mascara after they apply their falsies, which are fake lashes. I like to do my mascara first, then apply my falsies. whatever order works best for you. So I'm gonna go in with my NARS Climax mascara. Now I normally put mascara on my bottom lashes as well. I'm not gonna do it quite yet. I'm gonna work on the rest of my face. And I'm indecisive on whether or not I want to add falsies at this very moment. I think I'm going to leave it like this for now, just for video purposes. If you know some of you want to do this look without fake lashes, you know, I'll probably add false lashes at the end just so you all can see the difference. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. Now hopefully all of us are familiar with what foundation is. Foundation is basically one of the most important things in makeup that can make or break your makeup. Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Nothing left to say, like, period. Period.
Some people can wear makeup without foundation and still get the effect that they're looking for because they have just God-given great skin. And some people just wear foundation because they're not really getting the look that they want, or they might have blemishes that they're trying to cover and they just want that even appearance for their skin. It's not just the shades that you want to match yourself up with, but it's also the undertones. We are all different undertones. We are either warm, we're cool, or we're neutral. A lot of people, when they put on makeup, they put on foundation and they feel like the foundation in the bottle, it looks like it's their shade, but when they put it on, they look ashy. And that could be because the foundation is really cool. Some people, when they put on makeup and they feel like they look either red or they look really dark, kind of like a muddy kind of look, could be because it's too warm. Or you just might be neutral, where you could probably get away with a little bit of cool if you play around with it with something else, or you could probably get away with a little bit of warm. I fall in the neutral category. My go-to foundation at the moment, of course, is still the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's my favorite foundation to use. So this is the foundation that I am in love with, that I'm obsessed with. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. This was a shade created under the collab with Jackie Aina. But yeah, I use this shade during the summertime because I get a little bit more golden in the summer, and golden can also be warm as well. So when you hear terms like golden or pink and stuff like that, golden can be warm, pink can be more on the cooler side. Before applying any kind of foundation, I recommend everybody prime before you apply any kind of foundation. Why should we prime? Why is priming important? I wasn't priming before. Well, if you want your makeup to last longer, priming is really important. There are different primers for different skin types. Some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin. If you want your makeup to last super long and be comfortable and at the same time come off more luminous, more flawless, priming helps. So for my primer today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I like to use this with the Too Faced products anyways because I just feel like they work very well together. Primers can range between $10 to $30, $35. You really only need a little bit of primer. You don't really need like a handful of primer, and you want to put it in your problem areas. I get oily on my chin. I definitely get oily around this area. Woo! All right, and we are back to the foundation. I like to apply foundation to my hand. You could definitely apply it to your brush or directly to your face. And I'm just gonna actually take my hand and just place this all over my face. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually have acne going on right now, and that's just because of my hormones, you know. We're getting close to that time, ladies, and my skin always shows out. And honestly, I feel like it's because I've been indulging in these little protein shakes and stuff, and that's what's messing me up because I took a big break from dairy and now I'm back and it's getting scary. Alright, so my foundation is applied. The next step that we're going to move to is the concealer. For my concealer, I use the Born This Way concealer in the shade Chestnut. The same thing applies to concealer that applies to foundation. I learned the hard way that even though it looks like it would look good on me as a concealer, the undertone could definitely drop kick me in front of everybody and I just be out back. You just want to be very careful with picking your concealers and making sure that they are also doing very well with the foundation that you're using, that they're coming together very well. You don't really want to use a warm foundation and then use a cool concealer because you'll definitely see the difference. Okay, so getting to applying this concealer, I'm just going to use only a little bit under the eyes. You really don't need a lot under your eyes, especially if you're just going for a natural everyday look. All right, So I'm highlighting my forehead, my under eye, and my chin. I'm highlighting these points because if you think about it, these are the points that, you know, like the sun actually hits your face and kind of gives you that natural highlighted look. And we're going to go ahead and blend. I'm going to blend my chin to my forehead first, and then I'm going to move to my under eye. I'm using a damp beauty blender. You can get them from the hair store. You can get them from Ulta Beauty. It just depends on how much you want to spend. Alright, so I went ahead and blend under my eyes, my forehead, and my chin. Sometimes I put concealer underneath my contour line just to kind of intensify that contour a little bit more. I'm not going to do it for this video, but I'm just going to go ahead and move on to contouring. Contouring, I use a cream contour at the moment. I use the Fenty Beauty contour stick in the shade Espresso. This is what we're looking at. I forgot the price of this. I think it's like $18 for this contour stick. I'm not really sure, I don't really remember, but definitely check the description box below and I can confirm all that for you. At the moment, I feel that cream contour is a little bit more challenging than just using a regular powder contour. And a powder contour that I like to use is my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. It works just as good as using a cream contour, but sometimes I like to switch it up. But yeah, basically you are just looking to focus on wherever you want to kind of give your face more definition, more sculpting. Basically, contouring is just sculpting your face. So some people have a really big nose bridge and they kind of want to make that slim, so you would put contour on the outside of your nose bridge to give the illusion that your nose is actually much thinner. Some people contour their cheekbones and kind of give their face that extra very structured look. Some people contour their chins if they have like maybe a double chin or something, and they kind of just, or they have like that little hanging thing, they contour and they kind of give the illusion that it's not there. This contouring is giving you that sculpted illusion face that you just are snatched. So I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my points where I normally contour, which is just here, and I kind of just put a little bit of warmth around my forehead, and that's just what I do. You don't have to do that at all. So now I'm going to move on to setting my face. I'm going to be using a baking powder. Now I'm the type of person, I don't bake with that much powder where you can see it under my face, unless I'm specifically, I guess, just doing it to do it. But really, I use a light amount and I basically just blend it in with my makeup. The powder that I use to set my highlighted areas, which is my concealed areas, is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder in the shade Yellow. This is my go-to. I'm just going to take a little bit of it, not even a lot, and I'm just going to go ahead and press it. Just make sure I'm setting that, because whatever you use cream or concealer on, you make sure you set it. The reason why we set it is to make sure it does not move. Now, like I said before, whenever you're using a cream, concealer, or whatever on your face, you do want to set it. That goes with foundation, cream contouring, and as you can see, the concealer. I went ahead and set my concealer with baking powder. Now it's time to set the contour. To set my contour, I'm going to be using my powder contour from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just going to run that over where I contour. It'll just keep everything in place, because when you don't set your creams, they do move. You're out having a good time at a club or whatever, or just out throughout the day, you can sometimes feel like your makeup looks really icky looking, or like as if it was breaking apart. Some spots just look a little patchy. That is from the makeup spreading apart and breaking apart on your face throughout the day. We don't want that. We want to make sure everything stays in place for as long as possible. So that's why we set with powders. Now we're gonna go ahead and set the overall face. That's including the foundation parts, and might even go over some of the concealed areas. What I use to set my overall face is the ColourPop pressed powder. You can also set your face with a powdered foundation. So if you use a liquid foundation, you can go behind it with a powdered foundation, as long as they're around the same shade, and just set your face with that. But this is just something that you just do lightly over your face. So I just take a nice fluffy brush and I get a little bit of this and just go over places just lightly, setting everything to make sure everything is in place. And that's pretty much all of the setting that we'll be doing until, of course, the end where I use a spray set. But like I said, setting powder is optional. If you use a powder foundation, you don't even need to set it. But because I used a liquid foundation, we want to make sure that it stays in place. Now I'm just going to go back with the mascara and just hit my bottom lashes, because I told you guys that I wanted to do that. Now this is one of the points in this makeup look where you can actually, you know, do your own thing a little bit, add your own twist to it. If you wanted to put eyeshadow on your bottom lash line, you can definitely do that. If you wanted to add some blush, some highlight, you can definitely do that at this step as well. I'm just gonna leave it at this because this is just a simple face. I'm not gonna put blush on, I'm not gonna highlight. You could add that kind of stuff during this part, you know, you could do whatever, you know, do what you gotta do. But yeah, this is all that I'm looking to do. So I'm gonna move on to the lips now. Now for the lips, you can go with a matte lippy, you can go with lip gloss, you know, you can go whatever you feel like will basically give the best representation of you and what you're going for. My favorite combo at the moment would have to be the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Club Hopper. This is my go-to lip liner. I use this a lot. And then I like to follow behind it with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the Universal Gloss Bomb, the first gloss bomb that Fenty released. If you don't know who Fenty is or what Fenty is, that is Rihanna's makeup line. Her gloss bomb is universal. It's supposed to look good on every skin tone. This is supposed to look good with everyone. I just line my lips with this and I put on the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys see how that lip lining process goes. Alright, so this is what my lips look like when I line them. I just go in and I kind of just soften the line up a little bit. I don't want it to be super harsh. So I go in. And this also helps give a tint to the lip gloss that I'm using. And I feel like it makes them like go together so much better. But yeah, you see how it kind of just softens everything. It kind of helps everything to flow a lot better. And then I just use my Fenty Gloss Bomb. And this is what the lip normally looks like. It's really simple. It kind of gives the slight lined lip effect. So at this point, I will just go ahead and set my face. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Morphe Setting Mist. Like I said before, you don't have to set your face with a powder. You can always just set with a setting spray at the end. Or if you don't use a setting spray at the end, I suggest to set with the powder or set with something. Rather than, you know, just being done with your face. And that just increases the longevity of your makeup throughout the day. This costs like what, $9 or $10 at your local Ulta Beauty store. It's really inexpensive and it smells good. It has a really nice scent to it. But I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna close out this video with you guys. And yeah, so I will be right back. All right, y'all, so this would be the finished look. This is my everyday go-to makeup look that really is so simple and easy to create. I did add lashes, by the way. I don't know if you can tell or not. They're real natural, but at the same time, they're still a little bit more fuller than my natural lashes. But yeah, hopefully this was really easy to follow along with. Like I said, you can definitely put your own spin to this. This is just a really basic makeup look. And you can wear this during the daytime or the nighttime. So yeah, I felt like this is one of those looks that you could just pull off, you know, just throw on your face when you're going out at night. Or in the morning time, you can walk around with this face and some people may be petty. And they may be looking at you too hard. And they may say, she has on too much makeup. But then you have to think about people have their own opinion about makeup. So it's whatever. Let me know in the comments below if this was easy for you to follow along with, if you had questions, any tips or anything like that that you wanted to give to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner friendly makeup tutorial. I am looking to bring some more to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my postings. Definitely make sure you check out some of my previous posts, and I am about to bounce. So I'm gonna see y'all later. And we are out. Okay.